You know, guys, there's certain things in Call of Duty history that just don't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, in every single era of Call of Duty, even the golden era, there were certain things that, were just too cheesy, that just, you didn't like it. Target Finder in Black Ops 2, Last Stand, Death Streaks, oh good god, those things sucked. You could make the argument that the entire Jetpack era was just a whole lot of nonsense, which, it's kind of true. But when you look at these modern Call of Duties, there is one thing in specific that just confuses me as to why it is the way it is. And look, guys, it's been like 5 months since launch, and normally I wouldn't talk about this ever again if I never had to talk about it again, but some way, somehow, the whole red dot conversation has finally come back full circle in MW 2019 Part 2. And I say it's come full circle because everybody kind of came to terms with it after Infinity Ward ignored the community and said that this game played better without red dots, without anybody actually having played with red dots. So how would anybody make that assessment? I don't know, but that's what they said. And the Gooch Lickers said the typical, oh, you need a red dot chase to get a kill. And then what did absolutely everybody do? Everybody adapted to no red dots on the map. And for the majority of us, we just kind of kept stomping on all of the Gooch Lickers that were saying this crap. And after a bit of time, a lot of people stopped talking about it. We kind of just came to terms with it. We accepted the BS the way it was. It's just one of those things that's always gonna make MW 2019 Part 2 one of the most inferior Call of Duties of all time. But about a week ago, maybe a little bit longer than that now, we finally got the brand new game mode called Gun Game. Have you guys ever heard of it? I don't know. We've never seen it before. It's a brand new mode in this game, and something unexpected happened. Charlie Intel says, yes, Gun Game appears to have the classic minimap in MW 2019 Part 2. And when that happened, my initial reaction was, good god, these developers are stupid. I mean, how dumb could you possibly be to implement red dots in a game that is counter red dots? It's anti-red dots, it's anti-common sense, it's anti-enjoyment. Why would you implement red dots in Gun Game and Gun Game only? So the reason I never brought it up was because I thought this would kind of just go away. Like, I thought it would be like a quick hot fix, maybe overnight, and then they're gone, maybe a day or two maximum, maybe even past the weekend. But it's been well over a week now, and red dots are still in Gun Game. And it really got me thinking, guys, and this is the reason I'm making this video. Well, first of all, I've been feeling pretty disrespectful lately, and I kind of like instigating random shit, so that's what we're gonna do today. Guys, we've all known this, but red dots belong in Call of Duty. They're just a common staple where if they're not there, something feels off. And if you happen to disagree, well, the SCAD Master has something to tell you. I think you are god-awful at Call of Duty, and I don't think you are a Call of Duty player at heart, and honestly, I don't know if you're a human being. You might be a subspecies like the Infinity Ward devs, and kind of Sledgehammer Games as well. Like, I truly believe the average kill-to-death ratio of non-red dot supporters has to be somewhere between 0.3 and 0.5. Everybody else who doesn't like this new minimap thing with no red dots on the map, average KDs are 1.0 and up. Look, guys, I don't make the rules out here, alright? It's just an observation. But some more observations is the fact that so many people are against this red dot change that it starts to make me wonder, why won't Infinity Ward just simply budge? And before you try to tell me the whole, oh, the developers are overworked, guys, it's as easy as flipping a fucking switch. If you think I'm lying, this game used to have a setting for private matches where you could just toggle it on and off. It was in MW 2019, and I believe Vanguard even had the option as well, but in this game, we used to have it, and then Infinity Ward seemingly took it away. Why? I don't know. These guys make the worst decisions I've ever seen in COD history. And again, guys, the only reason I'm even bringing this topic back up is because the developers made this stupid decision. I'm pretty sure it's a decision, I don't think it's an accident at this point, to add red dots into Gun Game and not into the regular core multiplayer. Now, if it is a bug, if it happens to be a bug that Gun Game has red dots and it's not intended, I will never, ever accept anybody in the comments ever tell me that the developers are overworked or that any certain bad decision is all on Activision and not on Infinity Ward, because it's a simple fix. If it's not intended, turn it off. It's that simple. You see, guys, this whole red dot thing has always confused me because it's obvious why this was created the way it was. It's so that shitters in Call of Duty don't get tracked down and killed because they shot their gun in one location and didn't move. And at this point, after 12 plus years of Call of Duty with red dots enabled by default, it's just the simple fact. It's not an opinion, and I know some people are gonna try to contest this point, but it's just a fact. Red dots do not show up on the minimap, not because Infinity Ward wanted to create a new skill gap with tracking down enemy players by sound or by vision other than seeing their goddamn red dot on the map. It wasn't because of that, it was to protect sentinels, or whatever the fuck they call them nowadays. Campers, shitters, noobs, I don't care what you call them, they suck at Call of Duty. Guys, I know you're not gonna believe this, but I needed proof that this was the case, alright? That red dots are the way they are nowadays because of shitters. So what did the Scatmaster do? The Scatmaster teamed up with Prestige's Key, and I don't know if he knew this was happening, but Prestige's Key and the Scatmaster ran some tests, and it just so happens that the average accuracy for players who support not having red dots on the minimap, it's about 1%, okay? Players who do not like red dots on the minimap, on average, just based on the statistics that me and Prestige's Key found ourselves, average a 1% accuracy rate with the shots they shoot and the shots they land. It's just the statistics. It's the way it is. It's the truth, alright? Furthermore, it just so happens that 95% of non-red dot supporters, on average, are virgins. I don't make the rules, I don't make it up, it's just the numbers, okay? This is what we came up with in our tests. This is simply what the tests showed us in private matches. Another statistic that I can actually visually show you guys is a poll that I ran on my channel yesterday. I put up a poll saying, do red dots belong on the minimap? 95% of people said yes, it's common sense. And 5% of people put no, I have a .04 KD with over 1,500 votes total. Now obviously this demographic, this population, it's very, very low. I know that, alright? For a channel with 13,000 subs, I'm pulling what I can, alright? But I've seen Doug Dimmadome Warzone and Charlie Intel and Ghost of Hope and all of these other people post their own polls with tens of thousands of voters, all saying that they think red dots belong on the minimap. The people who don't want red dots on the minimap, again, we ran the statistics, Prestige's Key and I, just by default, they are inferior human beings, borderline not even being of our species. So do their opinions really matter? Guys, I don't think so. But then I realized that Infinity Ward are the worst developers that we've ever seen in Call of Duty history. Yes, they're worse than Sledgehammer Games by a long shot. I have statistics to prove that as well, with Prestige's Key in a private match on Embassy and Shoot House shows that the average IQ for Infinity Ward developers are below 17. Guys, that's just what the test showed us. Don't get mad at me, get mad at Prestige, but not at me. But anyways, guys, I realized that if the developers are this stupid, then of course they're catering to players who are also stupid. Think about it. There's 3,000 developers, guys. If you put me, the Scatmaster, single-handedly 1v3000 against all of the developers on shipment, guys, no bullshit, I don't think they would even land a shot on me. That's not me gassing myself up, that's me saying that they suck. They are god-awful. Players who don't want red dots on the minimap, god-awful. I'm sorry. And I'm also sorry if you think this video is pointless, but if they didn't want me to talk about red dots, then don't include anything with red dots. If they're in gun game, first of all, put them in the regular multiplayer playlists. Also, it's not my fault that there's absolutely no news to talk about when it comes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2 just a few days after Season 2 launched. It's not my fault that the seasonal content system simply doesn't work to keep anybody attracted to the game. It's not my fault. They did it themselves. Oh, and one last thing before I forget. Guys, do you even realize that before the beta even came out, when they had those private playtests, you know they had red dots on the minimap enabled, and the content creators told them that the game felt good, that with red dots, they were having a much better time playing. And the developers said, oh no, that's a bug, it's not supposed to be that way, and then they removed it. And they really want to tell us that the game plays better without red dots on the minimap. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Do you think this game would play better with red dots on the minimap? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
It's been a very long time since